Just want to do an update. I said in an earlier video about this machine here. This is the Reliable machine. Let me back up a little bit. Brooklyn, New York, blah, 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 all this and that. So anyway, it has a screener on one side and this other side here is a drum. And it is a big pain. All the dust gets built up in that door and it doesn't want to open very well or close very well. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But basically, I'll show you what we did here to get it going. So we'll start over here at the beginning. So we got 220 coming in. We got our cord, runs down along here. It's just kind of a little bit of a mess still right now. Comes along, runs up here. There's gonna be an emergency stop button installed right here. But ran into a problem. It has an NO and an NC, which is a normally open and a normally closed. And we need two normally closed switches inside that stop button. So right now, I had to take that off and just run the wires together, but we will get that taken care of. So it runs that up through here into the bottom of the box. Let me get over here. Here it is. So this is how we ran them into the box. This is just a little inverter. So the reason we have an inverter is because we have single phase 220 and we need 3-phase 220 to be able to run the motor. That way we can speed it up, slow it down. We can program this to turn on and off and slowly. We can do all kinds of things. Right now it just runs on this knob here. So it'll start, stop, run, forward, reverse. It just switched the polarities for the reverse on its own. So anyway, we had to have some of this wire here. I just kind of added up the wire. So we had to have, basically it'd be two hot coming in, one neutral, and your ground. And that'll be kind of, or two hot and a ground coming in, sorry. Forget that because I had to use the neutral as a hot actually. So, and then we had to have 3 hot wires and a ground down here. And that actually it comes from this machine here and goes down to the motor back here. I said, I'm no electrical engineer or electrician or anything, but this is how I've wired it up. So basically I got my 2 grounds coming into the ground terminal, white, black, and these are my 3 lines coming in. These are my 3 lines going out. So that's a hot and a hot and a hot. And then over here's my ground again. So then basically we ran the wires back down along here and they go to this motor, and I'm guessing it's original. It is pretty old looking. The stamp says 1988. I got to put the cover back on the little wire box up here on top of the motor. It's a GE. Let me see if I can get in here. It doesn't show very well. It's a GE motor and stuff, and it looks like it's pretty sealed up. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna say it's probably an explosion-proof version that's made for dusty areas and things like that. Possibly, you know, wet locations and things. But anyway, yeah, so this thing here, so it actually has bags in here that can collect dust, so you have to hook a blower to it. But we haven't got that far yet. Right now, we just focused on just getting this thing running. It has a tray down here. When you shake out your bags, you can collect the dust down here. It's got a wheel here with the V-belt going around it. There's this right here. You can put oil in for your motor shaft. We'll come back to this later, but this is pretty cool here. I'll show you guys. Around the front, down below, you can take the drawer. When you screen things out, it all falls into this pan down at the bottom, and then you can take all that out. So let me just go ahead and what we normally do for safety is, you know, we'd normally close this door up and stuff, but seeing how you can take a look what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna hit run, and then I'm gonna start turning this dial up. And as I turn this dial up, it's gonna start to turn this thing. There's half speed right there, which is pretty decent actually. But we can turn it up even more. Sorry for all the moving around. So we can really get this thing wing-dinging pretty good here. You can see that would screen stuff out pretty quick, I think. So, and all we do to shut it back down is we just turn this back down, hit our stop button, and we're done. And then it's gonna kind of roll a little bit. We got a handbrake over here. We can handbrake this thing and get it stopped. But yeah, the handbrake's a little sticky. Oh my gosh. Yep, there we go. Okay. Phew, she didn't want to do it. Okay, all right, there we go. So let's start this back up again. Let's show you. And now real quick, what I'm gonna do is, sorry, doing all this one person thing, kind of hard. So what I'm gonna do here is I got this little camera, so we can take a look inside as it's running. Try and get this down on here without a whole bunch of reflection. No, there's reflection. So basically all that stuff in there, you can see that that's all corn grit in there, and it's all getting thrown around. So we can go in there a little bit further and see what's going on. It's basically pretty dark in there, and like I said, I got a lot of glare right now. So, but that's basically all the corn grit in there getting thrown around. So you can, you know, I just thought that was kind of neat. I was messing around with that the other day. Anyway, turn it back down. And there it is. Anyway, that's how I kind of put it together. But I mean, I'm not saying it's right and it's not done yet, but maybe if it can help somebody else out that has one of these, or somebody else has some ideas, just let me know.